hi audience, what's up? It's Greg Sestero here to introduce you to the True Blue Riffcast, where they talk about amazing movies, bad movies, and everything in between. So you're listening to the True Blue Riffcast. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Greg. This is the True Blue Riffcast, the #1 Riff Tracks podcast in the world. I am Jeremy, and I'm joined, as always, by...
Sup, everybody? It's me, Dave. Don't get used to this look that we got going on here right now, because it is not permanent. We had a little I did a little experiment, little facial hair experiment, and it didn't work. And so I was like, okay, well, let's even all this out. But I forgot that I had a different attachment on there, and it just took technically I'm not completely clean shaven right now, because there's this is maybe a day's worth of growth right here.
Yeah, I see the stubble.
Yeah, so I have stubble, so I'm not starting from zero, but still I don't like it. I haven't been clean shaven in 2 years.
Ooh.
And so suddenly it's so weird, because I never had a beard before 2 years ago. And I go back and I look at pictures of myself without a beard now, and I'm like, bleh! And it makes me want to vomit. So this is messing with my self-image.
Yeah,
quite a bit. I know it's probably not as big a deal to everybody else as I'm making it out to be, but it's pretty bad. So,
well, belated Happy Christmas and Merry New Year's to everyone out there. Obviously, we weren't here the last couple weeks. They were
the holidays.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, the last 2 nights for when we normally would do our show, so we kind of couldn't. But we're back here, and we are ready tonight. We are going to be going through our choices for Riffs of the Year.
Woo!
Very exciting. There was a lot of strong contenders, especially in the VODs this year.
Well, I will say that also, guys, guess what? This is our season 6 finale.
Yeah, season 6.
Yeah, which means the next episode will be our season 7 premiere. 7 seasons of the True Blue Riffcast. We were talking about this before we went on the air, and Jeremy said that he thought that we would have lost interest in this 2 years ago or something.
Yeah,
but I guess we're still going strong. I can't think of a reason to end the podcast.
Nope, me either. Not unless something really bad happens to one of us.
Not unless we have a big fight.
Yeah.
Not unless we have a big blow up on the air. I don't know what we could possibly fight about.
Yeah, just like The Simpsons will keep going forever.
So, hey, a chat challenge. Come up with some ridiculous thing that me and Jeremy could get in a fight about that we could not be friends anymore over, but it has to be realistic. Something that we would actually get into a fight about, because I honestly don't know what that would be.
No, me either. Hair. Dave, I'm so jealous of your hair. I hate it.
Are you?
No, I did actually choose most of this being gone. Some of it was already gone, so I just figured,
I'm jealous of your beard right now, you bastard.
Yeah, I'll get sick of it, and I'll shave all this crap off soon. And glasses or no glasses.
I do need glasses, though. I do need a new prescription, because I just got a new Bible. And the text is that big. It's 5-point text. And I tried to read it, and I'm just like,
you need to get one of the old people large print Bibles.
I have a comic book Bible for that.
Because we are the old people now, Dave.
That's true. I'm 44 now, if you can believe it. And I think when we started this podcast, I was 38.
Yeah, you were not 40 yet. I remember that much.
Not 40, yeah. Remember, I turned 40 on the podcast. That's right.
And we started it on my 40. Let's see. I'm 46 now, so on my 40th birthday?
2019.
Birthday? Somewhere around there.
We
I
started
don't
the
know.
podcast in 2019.
I have a hard time remembering how old I am anymore.
Before the pandemic, which is now 5 years ago.
In the before times.
Yeah, in the before times. Guys, when the True Blue Riffcast started, we had no idea. Like, COVID wasn't even a word. Like no one even knew about QAnon shaman back then.
Speaking of things with fur, I guess. Let's take a look at the weekend box office. The number one movie right now, Mufasa the Lion King, took over somehow the number one spot from Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
That is weird because my nieces were visiting over the holidays and they went to see Sonic. I don't think Mufasa even came up. But I guess they teased that Sonic 4.
Yeah, they always tease the next one at the end of them. At least I say always. They've done 3 movies, but
now, okay, spoilers for Sonic 3. I heard they're teasing Amy for Sonic 4. Is that true?
I did see the after credit scene. So, I
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't
seen
watched
any
the movie. No.
movies.
Nosferatu is actually number 3 right now.
Oh, nice.
Moana
it's about vampires
2 and Wicked.
It's the knockoff Dracula. The Dracula Count Ehrlich.
Yes, the remake of the 1922, 23 original
This is the public domain
Nosferatu
now.
movie. All I know is that, and this is just from a scene that I saw when I had to deliver something pizza into somebody. Count Orlok hangs dong in the movie. He pops up naked. He hangs dong. He pops up naked out of his.
I thought he hangs Dawn. I'm like, who's Dawn?
Dawn is a completely original character.
They show his wiener.
Yeah, that's a spicy movie. This one is a spicy movie. Apparently,
why?
I don't know, but I guess I can't remember if it was Bill Skarsgård or Nicholas Hoult. Has the prosthetic penis from the movie framed in their house now, which is hilarious. It should be
Skarsgård did everything. Like you need he wasn't he in he was in The Stand.
He was in The Crow.
He wasn't he it? Wasn't he Pennywise?
Yes.
So he's basically the new Jackie Earl Haley. Like he was Freddy Krueger before he was right after he was
Rorschach.
Rorschach, yeah. Like after he was Rorschach, I suddenly started seeing him in everything. In Shutter Island, and he was in Lincoln. He was like that the vice president of the Confederacy in Lincoln. It's like, okay, well, I guess someone's got to play that role.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it. I would say it's time to take a look at what James Wan's doing, but
I haven't even looked.
I haven't looked either. But didn't he block you or whatever?
Guess what? Movie head. He's blocked me. Did we talk about that?
I don't think we talked about it on the podcast. I know it happened, but
remind me because I forgot. Movie head pick. I think
you said something about AI to him, and he's like,
"Oh, that's right. Okay,
that's when he blocked you.
Okay, it's coming back to me. This was like 3 weeks ago. He put up some AI thing, and I said, you know what? I think it's funny that James Wan uses so much AI, which is it uses other people's intellectual property to get trained off of to create new content. When James Wan does, I essentially called him out for being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And a few minutes later, Movie Head Pick has blocked you. That's okay. I can still see everything. Thanks, Elon.
Oh, no.
What? What?
Okay,
what
I have to share this. I have to share this.
This first one from
He
58 minutes ago.
I'll get to that one too, but the picture of him where he looks like Bobby Hill, the one that I'm putting the thing of in chat, he used AI to like bring it to life.
Where is this? Is it on his Twitter?
It is on yeah. Hang on. I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a while since I've shared a screen.
Damn the musical.
Present now. This one right here.
Oh no!
And it
Stop it, James. He's just blinking.
but it's still pretty let me full screen it for everybody.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. Sorry, Citizen Yarn. I didn't mean to terrify you that much. But yeah, he's been posting a whole bunch of dumb stuff.
Birdemic the Musical by James. Oh, he has a script. Did he write the songs?
No, he probably used AI to write the songs.
Pre-production Birdemic the Musical, Cameron's Restaurant, Pub, and Inn. Oh, look, there's the double-decker.
He did post a thing about how Hollywood and LA is burning. Solution, climate fix Earth.
Am I supposed to feel bad about that?
That's like always happens, right? Like California, some part of California is always burning.
It's always on fire?
It's been that way for as long as I can remember. There's always fires in California. Always. Van Gogh gone horribly wrong. Yeah.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Gogh.
All right, well, I guess it's time to just jump right into it, huh?
Oh, we're not doing any more banter?
Nah.
Got any fun stories about kicking people out of the theater?
I don't know if you'd call it fun, but I did have to kick out a couple on Saturday that were in Sonic 3 in one of the front rows closest to the screen.
What were they doing, Jeremy?
Well, if you're in the Discord, then you know that quite often I have to remove couples from my theater for doing sexual things in there. And she was definitely doing a sexual thing in a theater full of families. And they're in Sonic. They're no longer allowed in my theater. I went full dad mode on them on the way out.
Now listen, no one's gonna want to marry you if you do this to guys.
No, not like that. It was more of a, you guys should be ashamed of yourself for doing that around children. And next time, get a hotel room, and you're disgusting for doing that in a freaking movie theater auditorium. And Dave, you are blurry as crap right now.
Am I what?
You are blurry.
Oh,
you are like out of. You're like a focus. There we go. You were like a picture of Bigfoot there for a minute.
Oh.
Or the Sasquatch.
Now I did see what you posted on this in the Discord in the complain about work section. I did see this guy, and I do want to read this because I think it's pretty funny, and we got some time to kill because I don't know how long it's going to take us to go through our top choices. But was this a review of your theater?
Yes.
Okay, so James, one review. This was on December 28th, 2 days ago, so the day after Christmas.
And it was a 5-star review.
5-star review. Okay, he's probably never left a review online before. He's probably never been in a movie theater in his life.
Right.
Because this is what he says. Great theater, but really charge extra for real butter? Insane. I did a test. You did. It cost me $1.73 to make a bigger, better popcorn at home with real butter.
No, it didn't.
Just a fact. I won't buy popcorn to the theater again. Technically $50 for two to see a show. Really? Where you been, bro? And popcorn and a pop with a pop. A pop with popcorn, I can stream it 2 weeks later. Have better seats at home, and my OLED looks just as good. I don't know what that is. OLED?
Yeah, it's
What is
just
it?
the
What
newer
is that?
type of TVs. OLED.
Oh, okay. Well,
OLED.
and my sound is more controllable. Theaters will no longer exist in a while. Just my thought. Also, if it says 7 p.m., start the show at 7 p.m. I don't need all the advertising.
Oh, James.
Like, I don't need all the advertising. I was just like, bro, like, what? How old are you?
Oh, man. He's got to be up there because, I'm sorry, that's like...
Like, are you 100 years old? I don't need all the ad. Dude, that's part of it, man. That's just part of it.
Can I add something about the butter thing?
Sure, yeah.
We have like the regular movie theater buttery topping stuff that everybody's used to and everybody likes, and then we have real butter. That's $1.50 to add to your popcorn. For one case of butter, we pay $295.
Is that a lot?
I mean, it's 4 gallons of butterfat.
Yuck.
So it's probably, close to being on par for the actual cost of butter because real butter is not cheap. But
especially these days. Thanks, Obama.
The real butter lasts us a case of it, maybe 4 or 5 days once we start using it. Just because we sell it, we go through it.
Once you crack it open, you can't close it again. You got to use all that butter.
We just got our numbers for the year for our whole chain, and we had the second most real butter sales for the entire year, and we are like the slowest of all of the locations. Like we get the fewest patrons. 10.7% of our customers got real butter.
Nice.
And now they're talking about raising the price again to like $2. So James is really going to have a coronary next time. But I thought that was a fun review.
Yes.
And it had nothing to do with me kicking somebody out and ruining their family's Thanksgiving.
Wait, what? Ruining their family's Thanksgiving?
Did I never tell you about that?
I don't think so.
So I had the pleasure of closing on Thanksgiving this year. And
Did this happen this year?
Yeah. Well, 2024, last year.
Well, okay.
We
it is January 7th, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
We he's not coming to the theater again. We're safe. You're right, Citizen Yarn. So Moana 2 had just opened, and there was like 200 people in there. And I'm looking at the security cameras, and I see just a huge like vape cloud hanging in the theater. So I'm like, oh great, I got to figure out who this is and go give him the boot. And I was watching, and I was trying to figure out who it was, where it was coming from. I eventually figured it out. It took me like 15 minutes. And the whole time, this guy was hitting his vape. And so I went in there with the security guard, and I'm like, hey, are you the one vaping in here? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I need you to leave. And he's like, what? And I'm like, we have a zero tolerance policy, especially when it's a full theater. You need to go. And he came out. He tried arguing with me a lot. He told me that he was never going to come back. He always comes on our discount Tuesdays, and I'm never coming again. Do you know how much money you're going to lose? And I looked him dead in the eye, and I said, $5. Because on Tuesdays, it's $5 for a ticket, and you get a free popcorn. So I told him $5. And in his review that he posted Actually, here, I'm gonna bring it up because this dude is full of crap.
Oh, he posted it on Yelp or whatever.
On Google.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Let's see all reviews. Lowest. Oh no, I need.
Can
to
you
go to
Google books on? Can you review books on Google?
I don't know. I know you can like review locations and stuff, but let's see. 2 months ago. But yeah, this guy was not happy. His wife even sent a huge thing to our customer service office.
Wait, how many? Did you? Was it just him, or was it like his wife too?
No, it was him and his wife and their kids.
How did it ruin their Thanksgiving? For God's sake!
They were trying to start a new. Oh, they must have took it down. They must have got it removed. They were trying to start a new tradition this Thanksgiving because her dad died a couple years ago, and so they brought the family to Milana.
They're full of it.
And I was very rude. I said to the husband that they probably only spend $5 when they come. And it was just this whole long, like, they somehow found out my last name, too. I have no idea how they did that. Because
they did a deep dive.
Yeah, I only have my first name on my name tag, and I do not give people my last name. And she found my last name somehow. I have no idea. You're right, Citizen Yarn. It is not smoking, but vaping indoors in the state of Michigan is illegal. That's kind of beside the point. It's still our company policy to boot people out when they're vaping. And first he said he only hit it once. Then he said he didn't hit it at all. In his review, he said he didn't hit it at all. And then his wife and her thing said that they come all the time and they vape during the movies and nobody's ever said anything to them. So I don't know if it's they never vape or he only did it once or they do it constantly. But the big threat was that they're going to go to another location of our companies. Like,
okay, bye.
They're still gonna get your money either way. The manager of the other location, when I asked her if they've ever shown up, she said not that she knew of, but when they said they weren't coming, she said, "Did you tell them thank you?" Because that's what she does. If they say I'm never coming back, she says, "Oh, thank you." So
it's like
I'm gonna start doing that.
Good.
100%.
That's pretty funny. There are no reviews for my books on Google Books, unfortunately. I wanted to see.
I might have to change that.
I wanted to see if there was another lady who was complaining about the swearing and then bragging about how she threw her own book away.
That was so funny. Oh, that's the best. That's the best review that you got for sure.
Like I gave to the trash man. Garbage day.
Oh man! All right, Dave. Let's get to it.
All right,
I'm really excited to do this. Let's get to it. Our first category is going to be Riff Track Short of the Year.
Oh.
And this was kind of hard. This wasn't as difficult as Riff of the Year.
Riff of the Year was very hard.
But there was still. This was still pretty hard. At number 5, I had to do top 5 because there was just too many.
Oh, I didn't know you had 5. I wouldn't have done that many.
Number 5 is A Cosmic Christmas. Number 4, Danny's Dental Date. If you haven't seen that one, guys, it's a horrifying puppet thing. You need to watch it if you haven't. Third place, All the Kids Do It. Bridget and Mary Jo. That was the thing with Scott Baio where he was a diver and he was training to go to the Olympics or whatever.
Scott Baio.
And everybody was drinking and stuff, and because everybody does it, all the kids do it.
That sounds like Spiker.
And he gets into a car wreck. and he has to watch the competition on TV.
Oh, I was hoping that he. What was that? What was that? Short where the guy dies.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, no, like he dies and he goes to like. It's like summer vacation, and it's not Why Don't They Look? Last Clear Chance, but it's something else. It was like released in 2015.
God, 2015. You're asking me to remember through almost 500 shorts, Dave.
Yes. You don't remember this?
I mean, slightly. There's
He
just
was like
so
in
many.
some kind of like car wreck or something. I don't know, but yeah, the shorts where they die are the best.
Yeah, no, he didn't die in this one, unfortunately. But it was still really good. It was nice and dark. Not quite Grimtracks level, but it was pretty dark. That one, when did that one come out? That was around the middle of the year. Yeah, that was July 5th that one came out.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one. My number 2 riff of the year was also the first short released, or one of the first shorts. There might have been another one before it. Steamboat Willie. Once that passed into the public domain, they riffed it. They released it on January 17th. And, yeah. It was a good way to start things off.
Public domain, too.
It was good. What was that? Oh, yeah, Popeye. Well, a couple versions of Popeye, not like the whole thing. It's kind of like Steamboat Willie. You can't have a Mickey Mouse with gloves.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, can you, though? I mean,
legally, no. You can, but legally, no.
What about gardening gloves?
Yeah, make them green or something. Yellow.
What about...
like those dishwashing gloves?
Yeah. What about... Oh, there's not such a thing as COVID gloves. COVID masks.
COVID mask, yeah. And then our...
rectal exam gloves.
Oh, Dave.
Sorry. Now y'all got to think about Mickey Mouse doing that.
I don't think he's ever actually been a proctologist, but you never know. And our number 1 riff of the year for shorts. Once again, Con and Shauner take it. It's introducing Video Toaster 4000, and to accept the award, I have a message, if I can find it. Shit. From, there it is. From Sean Thomason himself.
Well. Riff Track Short of the Year. Take that, all other shorts. We crushed you. This is Sean Thomason. Thank you guys very much. True Blue Riffcast, Jeremy, Dave. It's really very cool to get this. It was really fun for us to find this short. These sort of 90s relics are perfect for Connor and me. I'd like to thank Connor, everyone else who made this possible, Will Wheaton, Penn Gillette, of course, Tony Hawk, the one and only Kiki Stockhammer. I think I'm saying that right. Also, I hope you guys are actually using Video Toaster 4000 technology to make this right now, in which case I'd like to, if you could put some Roman columns around me and maybe some letters that are a little too big with a shadow font, and I'll pause for a star wipe. And great. Awesome. All right. Thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it. And see what we got in store for next year.
So there you go. Sean Thomason accepting the award of Riff Track Short of the Year for introducing Video Toaster 4000.
So, full disclosure, I didn't listen to that when Jeremy sent it to me. Because I was like, well, I'll just listen to it when he plays it on the podcast, and I couldn't hear it. So if Sean was making fun of me and I didn't react, it's not because I don't care. It's because I didn't hear what he said. But
you said that guy who shaved his whole beard off.
Yeah, I know, like an idiot. Yeah.
And that our fan choice winner for Riff Track's Short of the Year. Because I had the poll going. I'm sure I posted it everywhere. I'm sure you guys saw it. Was introducing Video Toaster 4000. So I think there's a consensus here.
Yes, because well, I mean, like, well, there's also a consensus that they need to do a damn movie.
Right? Oh, I can't wait for that day. I think it's coming. I think it's coming. We'll get it
I mean,
sooner than later.
are they interested in it?
I know the issue is they're busy writing all of the other stuff for Mike, Kevin, and Bill, so they'd have to be able to find the time to do it, for one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's you, Dave.
What's me?
Our next
What am I doing?
Our next category.
Oh, yeah. So the next category is Riff Tracks Presents, and there really is no competition. There's only one. I mean, there's lots of Riff Tracks Presents, but I only chose one, and the Riff Tracks Presents of the year is Rock, Rock, Rock
Yes.
by Bridget and Mary Jo.
Such a great riff. Such a great... This one, there wasn't a ton of Riff Tracks Presents VODs this year.
Yeah, not really a ton. Not like what we've had in years past as far as quantity.
Yeah.
Like I think we only had one. I don't think we had any. No, I know we didn't have any Jenna and Cole this year.
No.
But I do know that we only had one from Matthew J. and Ian, and I have to assume that's because of our friend Matthew's health issues.
Yeah.
Which is yeah.
All the fun stuff he's been going through these last couple years.
I'm sure it's real fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we had like 8 total Riff Tracks Presents this year. So it was kind of a short year for them. I mean, the stuff was good. We had some nice Susan Lucci, and you can't go wrong with Susan Lucci.
Yeah, but I mean, Rock, Rock, Rock was just like, it like captured just like the absurdity of like teenage, like what it meant to be a teenager. Like I think in the 50s, had to have been.
Yeah. And then of course our wonderful fact with the main male actor being an adult and the main female actor not, and him having to kiss her.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Anyway, Riff Track Presents of the Year, Rock, Rock, Rock. Congratulations, Bridget and Mary Jo.
Ding,
Good
ding,
job.
Ding. And once again, that was our fan choice winner, Rock, 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 from the poll.
Are there any deviations from the fan poll and like what we've chosen?
Slightly.
There's only, like, one more category.
Slightly, but it's all kind of still similar.
Well, I mean, like at the very top.
Oh no, the number one's all the same.
All right.
Before we get to Riff of the Year, I just wanted to reminisce about some of my favorite podcast moments of the year.
This year was insanity.
Because of course we had the Rock, Rock, Rock thing, but all of the like real uncomfortableness started, and I wish I would have been prepared to actually do this. I'm doing this on a whim, but yes, the year of Ludlow. I don't have this queued up, and I wish I did, but the Demons of Ludlow, one of the best episodes that we've ever had.
I don't know if it's the best episode we've had, but it certainly is. It certainly is the most memorable moment of the podcast in at least recent memory.
Yeah.
Certainly this year. Well, I don't know. I don't know
about this year because we did have
that AI. No, we had a whole episode. Like to me, that might be the episode where we were supposed to talk about Lancelot in the Land of the Future or whatever that movie was that we ended up never talking about. But we're supposed to spend just like a little bit of time like going through this AI stuff and then talk about Lancelot. But the AI stuff, where we fed the AI like the first 2 seasons of the podcast, and it just fed, and it was like all wrong, and it was hilarious.
That was amazing. I
That
think that
was,
is probably our
I,
best episode ever.
I think that's our best episode.
But as far as like one definable moment, the the Demons of Ludlow bit is gonna be hard to beat.
What, the 9/11 stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, with the Pentagon and because up until that point it had been when Matthew J broke the podcast.
Oh, but yeah, when he came. Well, that's a great moment. But if you're talking about moments from this year, I don't know. I think it's a tie between like all of the AI stuff and Demons of Ludlow. That just like broke both of us.
Yeah,
Because we were like
the butt knife
We're-
stuff.
yeah.
in the
I
AI.
think that I'm torn. If I had to choose between well, I mean, the AI stuff is really entertaining, but it like would not have gotten us canceled.
No.
If we had like a bigger audience and had
If we
more
had, like, an actual
crybaby.
fan base of listeners.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do.
We do.
We've
Very
had people
small
listen for the
niche.
better part of 6 years.
Yeah.
But I think that like if there were a bunch of crybabies in our audience, that might have been like we would get like I may have had to come on the next podcast and like apologize. Like, can you imagine me apologizing for something? Can you like I don't know if I would.
Dave would come on and he'd be like, I'm sorry that you're all babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be a good heel promo,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I cut the best heel promo at the wrestling show in December.
Well, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. You made another appearance as Charlie.
Yes,
B.
yes, Charlie B came back and I was actually in a match.
Buzz.
Yeah, Buzz MFers. I'll send you. They're supposed to put it up on YouTube. I'll send you the I'll send you the link. They said it was the best promo of the whole night. So okay, like yeah, that's what I do.
Oh man! All right. Well, let's move on to the main event here, and talk about Riff of the Year. Normally, when we do this, we have a top 3, and it's usually not that difficult for us to come up with our top 3. This year, we had to do a top 5, and some of these, it was kind of hard to get an order nailed down. And
Yes.
I think you'll figure out why once we start naming off our top 5s. We both did our own lists. We both came to the same conclusion, obviously, for Riff of the Year. I know we've talked about it openly on the
Talked about it
podcast.
endlessly, yeah.
But let's start with our number 5s. For me, my number 5 was The Amazing Bulk.
Well, we all know that I hated The Amazing Bulk because I don't like that movie. I think it's very bad, like, and not in like the fun way and all this stuff. And when they released it, everyone who was on Discord will remember I was very much in the rending of garments mode, that I had to watch it and that we were going to talk about it. And you know, that's a good episode too, because you could just see me in so much pain. With all that being said, The Amazing Bulk was my number 5 as well. I had to, because, and I'll tell you why, because for as much as I don't like the movie and as much as I resented having to watch it again and to like have it take up space in my life and in my mental capacity for however long it took to do that. It is a very significant bad movie. It's very famous, and it deserves to be in the Riff Tracks pantheon because it's a very, very Riff Tracks movie. So that's why it's my number 5.
My number 4 is definitely different. This is the only part of the list that differs for us title-wise. Not necessarily order-wise, but title-wise. My number 4 was a late entry, Fight to Win, which absolutely bonkers movie. And I don't know. I just really liked it because it starts out and it's just like, oh, this is just a fun, silly kung fu movie. It's going to be like In the Line of Fire 2, and then it turns into so much more.
See, and the thing is, I still haven't watched that. I need to. But my number 4, and back when Riff Tracks would do more than one live show, we used to have live show of the year. That's not a thing anymore because they only do one, and we get it. They've even come out and said like the model of doing 5 live shows a year is not sustainable in the long term. And looking back on it, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, we got spoiled there for a couple years.
Yeah, for a while. There was like a golden age of Riff Tracks Live. We were spoiled, man. It was insane. But since we don't have Riff Tracks Live of the Year category anymore, I went ahead. Number 4 for me is Riff Tracks Live Point Break because I still think about it. Because I've seen that movie before, obviously, but it had been a while.
Yeah.
But I seeing it this year in the theater for Riff Tracks Live, I think about it I just think about just how awful the movie is, how terribly it's written, but the character, these are the worst FBI agents.
Reagan.
Yeah,
it was so good.
like the absolute most garbage. And the thing is, this movie got a remake with the same script, I believe. So it got a remake in 2015. You just got to wonder why, But anyway, it was a very, very, very good riff. And I got to say it's number 4 overall.
I do agree that it was a great riff. Made even better by the fact that I was there for it at Riff Tracks Live. And I got to hang out with Oliver and Josh and Colette and a bunch of great fans that I got to meet there for the first time. And it was a blast. That's actually one of my honorable mentions because, like I said, this was a hard year. Even to make top 5 was hard. And it got an honorable mention for me. But like Dave said, when we used to have multiple live shows and got to pick a live show of the year, it would have been different. It would have got a win for sure. But moving on to the top 3, my third place pick is none other than Grim Tracks.
And this is where we go back because my number 3 is The Little Mermaid, but my number 2 is Grim Tracks.
And my number 2 is The Little Mermaid. So
I was really torn between The Little Mermaid and I was torn between these two. It's kind of like last year when we had our little when we did it differently and we had our draft, and the the real envious point, the real point of contention was not the number 1, but it was number 2.
Yeah,
because as you recall, my number 1 was Maverick Top Gun, and Jeremy's number 1 was Rad.
Yep.
And neither one of us were going to give that up. you like give that up, but like it was whoever got the coin flip to get it. Whoever won the coin flip essentially lost number 2.
Yep.
Which was what was the name of that movie? Crazy. Oh no, wait, I know it. Paradise something. No,
Paradise Motel.
Paradise Motel.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like classic riff tracks. So here it's kind of when we had our own lists to make. It's like the number 2 one, because number 1 we all know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But these two were just like, which is better? And I think that for me, it was seeing Cypher in the Snow for the first time in like 30 years. And just having it all just come back and just like, blah, and just being just like so insane for that to happen. I think that's what got it. That's what aced it out of The Little Mermaid, because I love I love that riff for the Little Mermaid, just on so many levels. But I think Cypher in the Snow was the just what gave it that little extra.
Yeah.
To put it into number 2.
And I didn't have that personal connection, obviously. So that's why Little Mermaid ended up ahead of Grim Tracks on my list. Real quick before we get to our number 1, my other honorable mentions, Spy High and the Little Lost Sea Serpent.
I would have to agree with Spy High. Little Lost Sea Serpent, I think you like it more than I do. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I don't resent its existence or anything. But I don't think it. I think it's paradoxically the best movie those jerks have ever done. But it's also like the least interesting, because Baby Ghost is just garbage.
Yeah.
Roller Gator is like S tier riff tracks all time, maybe number 1.
But our number 1, the fan vote. I should give you 2 and 3 of the fan vote. For the VOD Riff of the Year, third place was Fight to Win, which I was kind of surprised. Second place,
surprised as well.
Riff Tracks Live Point Break. And the number 1 spot, going with the same as our number 1 spot, Creating Rem Lazar.
Oh, trying to fish for real.
Was there really any other choice here?
Created from your
Okay, give me a half second. I gotta mute Dave's side because I have to pull up this video, but I don't want it to start playing before I pull it up, because we have a special thing here from none other than Rem Lazar himself, Jack Mulcahy. Oh, it's muted. Hang on. And I don't normally do videos on here, so all the way up. All right, now here's Jack Mulcahy.
Hey, folks. Jack Mulcahy here, a.k.a. Rem Lazar. And I just heard that Creating Rem Lazar, the movie that we made 35 years ago, just won Riff of the Year on True Blue Riffcasts. I am honored to accept this award on behalf of everybody involved in the making of Rem Lazar. I'm so thrilled that it has become a bit of a cult classic now. And yeah, keep reaching with your hearts, kids. Rem believes in you.
I can't believe
folks,
you got him.
Jack Mulcahy here.
That is crazy that you got Rem Lazar to come on to the True Blue Riffcast to accept Riff of the Year. That's crazy.
I can't believe he agreed to it. Like, it's great. But I know he appreciates it because, it brought that out to more people. Because I had never heard of it before. Dave, you were familiar with it through Red Letter Media.
Yeah, I'd seen it on Red Letter Media. And I'd actually watched it on YouTube. And when they we talked about this on the podcast episode on which we discussed it. It's like Jeremy was like, I don't know about this, and I was like, bro, instant classic. And he's like, you're full of crap. And I was like, okay, just wait. And was I correct?
Oh, absolutely.
I called it, everybody. I was like, no, Jeremy, this is like there's nothing that can beat it. There's nothing that can beat it. We knew back in like April or whenever it was that this came out.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it so much I bought the Blu-ray of the movie.
Yeah, so March 22nd, 2024, nothing else beat it. Like, we had The Amazing Bulk, Absolute Force, I don't even remember what that was. Ember Days, Ouija Shark.
Ember Days should have been so much better as a movie.
I want them to find more movies like that.
Yeah.
I want them to find more movies like that. But yeah, no, creating Rem Lazar. I might have just watch. I might have to watch that after we stop, because now I really want to, like, I'm getting nostalgic for and like all the songs.
Yeah.
All of the joy that I get from this.
It's such. All of our top 3 came from the first 3 months of the year.
But yeah,
2024.
That was like a revival of the golden age of riff tracks, and it taught us that it can still happen. We can just get just like amazing movie selection, and just like week after week after week after week for months.
Yeah, sometimes you feel like, oh, this one's not the best. This movie could have been better. It's kind of bad movie choice. And then you get another one. It's like, okay, this one wasn't amazing. And then you get another one, and then you just get smacked in the face with like Rem Lazar. And
well, I mean, okay, so let's go back. So we had there was a while where we were just getting like so much that was really good, and I think it probably started with Top Gun Maverick, and then after the week after that we got the Paradise Motel, then a couple weeks after that we got the Christmas Martian, which I actually I hated it at the time, but I look back on it now, I was like, that's actually probably one of their best Christmas riffs.
It is really good. It doesn't hold a candle to I Believe in Santa Claus, but it's
still pretty good in its own right. Then after that, 2024 started. You have The Little Mermaid. Then then like about a month after that, you had Spy High. And then it dipped a little bit because we got For Life or Death. Probably one of the most.
Hobo.
It is memorable for being so forgettable. For Life or Death.
Yeah, and then Hangman.
Then it's like which is that the one with Sandra Bullock's?
Yeah, where she's in it for a very short amount of time.
Yeah. Then after that was like Rem Lazar, The Amazing Bulk. Then Demons of Ludlow, which is memorable because we made it that way on the podcast. Honestly. Then and then another great episode of the podcast, the most bizarre double feature ever. Ouija Shark and Madam Web. I very foolishly thought that Madam Web was going to be a fun time, and let's double it up with Ouija Shark. And
I thought it was going to be a fun time too, and it absolutely was
that
not.
ended up just being a nightmare. No, but yeah, and I'm looking forward to 2025. Do you have any? Because I know the past 5 times we've done this, we have said like, oh, what Riff Tracks lives do we want for 2020, whatever. And like, what do you want? I feel like my lists never change.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have that pipe dream along with a lot of other fans of getting Masters of the Universe at some point. Which maybe at least we could get Just the Jokes of in 2025. I'd be happy with that. Because we had the new Just the Jokes of Over the Top, and that was very good. Not the movie, of course. And then, of course, you know, there's still the Dungeon Master that I want them to do, and Frogs, and the first Hercules movie with Lou Ferrigno, another canon thing that we'll probably never get our hands on. I just want to be able to go again to the next live show. I don't really care what it is. We'll be there, but hopefully it's, you know, the last couple have been really special.
Have been pretty good. Yeah, Point Break. I think with Riff Tracks Live, I think like my wish list of Riff Tracks Live, what it's classically has been, which has been, well, number one, they don't do that many Riff Tracks Live shows.
Yeah.
Like it's been, you go back in the history of the podcast, I've always said, do Ghost House, Guy from Harlem, Roller Gator. Do Guy from Harlem in the spring, Roller Gator in the summer, Halloween, do Ghost House. No, okay, number one, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Number two, I think they want their live shows now to be like something like super duper special, and I don't think that retreading of material from 10 years ago, and in all of those cases, 10 years plus, in Ghost House was released 13 years ago now.
Yeah.
Guy from Harlem, 12, but this year in October it'll be 13. And guys, Roller Gator is 10 years old this year.
Oliver put an interesting point in the chat here. This year is the 35th anniversary of Troll 2, and I know that they are dying to do a new riff of Troll 2 to get rid of the other one with Mike and He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Well, I mean, that would make me interested in seeing, like, okay, look, guys, Troll
I don't know
2,
if they would do it as a live show, but
I'm not terribly interested in the movie itself on Rift. Like, I've watched like maybe like 10 minutes of it, and I'm just like, I don't care about this, and I've noped out. But Riff Tracks, a 3 Riffer edition, would make me interested in it. I think I own the one with should I say his name? But with Mike and Rich Kayanka. I don't think I know I haven't. I haven't ever actually watched it. Because it just doesn't have any interest for me. But a 3 Riffer edition, a proper 3 Riffer edition, would make me interested in that.
yeah, I'd be good with that. Oliver, to answer your question from a few minutes ago, I have not yet watched Micro Mini Kids, but as of right now, the plan is that's what we're going to talk about next week on our season premiere of the True Blue Riffcast, season 7. Micro Mini
we're
Kids.
gonna watch that, whatever it was, the one they just released like last week.
Yeah, Micro Mini Kids. I got it. I just haven't had the chance to watch it yet.
I need to get it. It looks fun. We even talked about it before, because I was just like, oh, I need to watch that because it looks really fun.
So that should be a good way to kick off the new season. As for
season 7,
other movies that they could do, you know what? I just want them to keep doing what they're doing, because all the ones that were some my favorites, you know, stuff that I had never heard of. Amazing Bulk, obviously the exception here, because Dave and I both watched that movie on Rift a couple years ago. We had like a span of like 6 or 8 months where we were just watching garbage.
True.
We watched so many dumb movies.
And in 2017, 2018, we were just watching like all these horrible garbage movies on Rift. And the thing is, we wouldn't even plan it.
No.
Like I would send Jeremy something, or Jeremy would send me something, and somehow it would just like line up to where neither one of us were doing anything like at that moment, which is weird because we were both busy.
Yeah.
But we I guess we just had the same like bad movie watching like times, like circadian rhythms, or whatever you call that, where it's just naturally we did that at the same time. And that's when we like saw Haunted Ween, The Amazing Bulk. There was this one called, I think, Shocking Dark.
Yeah, Shocking Dark. That was Terminator 2.
That was released on, like, Jeremy sent it to me on the same day that I think a riff called Omega Cop came out. And most of my memory of Omega Cop, I don't remember a thing about that riff, but I remember a lot about Shocking Dark because like I watched those on the same day, and most of my memories of that day are caught up in Shocking Dark. That's when we found Light Blast,
which we were able the one of the riffs that we got made that I'm not ashamed about.
Yeah.
We're kind of like 1 for 2 on that, I think.
Yes, yeah. We're sort of semi-responsible for Baby Ghost, but to hear people at Riff Tracks tell it that it's 100% Connor Listoka that got that riff made, so I don't feel super bad. But we were on this podcast, and we know that at least some people listen to this podcast semi-regularly.
Yeah.
So we were like, I was just singing the Baby Ghost song, just completely, totally based on that garbage trailer, and the fact that it was the director of Roller Gator, and boy, oh boy, was I wrong.
Yep.
And we had to come on this podcast in the summer of 2021 and be like, we effed up. This was real. This was a bad choice.
We championed the wrong film with that one. Hey, you can't win them all, right, Dave?
Yeah. What? See, okay, now as far as like what I want them to do in 2025, I don't really have a wish list for Riff Tracks anymore. And not because there aren't movies that I want to see them riff. It's just that Riff Tracks is so huge now that like I can't, like, I pulled out an external hard drive. And 3 or 4 years ago, I went through and I like downloaded everything that I ever bought on Riff Tracks, and I put it on this external hard drive. And I just did a count of how many of those files that I had. They're just like complete MP3s, complete MP4s of my entire library at that time. And at that time I had everything. And it's like 360 something. And it's totally out of date now.
Yeah.
Completely. I think that I used to be a completist for Riff Tracks. I'm not anymore. Like, if there's something that I see that like I can sort of like tell it's filler, like, sorry guys, I'll just be like, okay. But the thing is, like, and the only reason I'm like that is because I can't fit it in my head anymore. like I just can't. It's kind of like there's so much, it dwarfs Mystery Science Theater 3000. Absolutely. In terms of like content. So and I've seen a good portion, like I think I stopped my completist tendencies about halfway through 2021. And maybe at some point I'll go back and get everything that I've missed. But man, I'm not saying that but I do I've seen I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but if you go back and listen to this podcast, I do watch most of it. But there are times when I'm just like, okay, I'm just, there are things where I just like, oh, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, which, again, and something that I've mentioned before on the podcast, the main reason why I like the shorts so much is because I can sit down, I can take a couple of them in, and it doesn't take that long. And I don't always have the time to sit and watch a full movie, as much as I love watching them. Sometimes it's hard for me to squeeze in, or I turn it on late after everybody goes to bed, and then I'm tired and I fall asleep and I miss half of it. That being said, I do have all the shorts. I still buy every single one of those. I'm just clicked on my library, and I need to buy something else right now because I have 666 items in my Riff Tracks library.
Hold on, let me see how much I have.
So I need to. I'm sure you got more than I do. So I need to buy something to get that number off of 666.
Oh no! Oh, the Death of Richie. Look at this.
Yeah, that's the newest one. I haven't even hardly looked at that one other than for when they announced it.
Yeah, I haven't taken a look at it either. But we're gonna do that other one that looks like it was released in the 90s. What's it called?
Micro Mini
We
Kids.
talked about it already. What's that?
Micro Mini Kids.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that one. That one looks like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'll have to log in anyway. We're going live.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap up.
So thanks, everyone, for another fun-filled year of the True Blue Riffcast. We will return our next episode. It's going to be next week, but
Yeah,
season 7,
we'll be back.
Micro Mini Kids. I'm very excited to watch this one, and I'll be watching it on my brand new TV that shows up tomorrow.
Woo!
But yeah, we'll be back next week with the season premiere of the True Blue Riffcast. You can follow us
Season
on
7.
Blue Sky. We're just truebluerifftracks.com on there, or trueblueriffcast.com on there. Of course, on Twitter under TB Riffcast, and I'm everywhere else at PB and Awesome.
And I'm Dave. You can check me out on X at DChadwickAuthor, and check out all my stuff on Amazon and Audible.
And we will see you guys next season on the True Blue Riffcast.
Rock till you die.
Rock till you die.